Find more questions and study at your own pace on our website. The link will be in the description. Let's get started. Question 1. You are building an app that will include 1 million scanned magazine articles. Each article will be stored as an image file. You need to configure the app to extract text from the images. The solution must minimize development effort. What should you include in the solution? Option A, computer vision image analysis. Option B, the RED API in computer vision. Option C, form recognizer. Option D, Azure Cognitive Service for Language. The answer is option B, to extract text from 1 million scanned magazine articles stored as image files while minimizing development effort. The RED API in computer vision is the most suitable option. This API is specifically designed for extracting printed and handwritten text from images using advanced optical character recognition algorithms. It is optimized for handling text-heavy documents efficiently, making it ideal for the given scenario. Question 2. You are building a chatbot. You need to configure the bot to guide users through a product setup process. Which type of dialogue should you use? Option A, component. Option B, action. Option C, waterfall. Option D, adaptive. The answer is option C. To guide users through a product setup process, you should use a waterfall dialogue. A waterfall dialogue is designed to handle a sequence of steps in a linear manner, making it ideal for processes like product setup, where users need to follow a specific order of actions. It simplifies the user experience by leading them through each necessary step one after the other. Question 3. You have an Azure subscription that contains an Azure App Service app named App1. You provision a multi-service Azure Cognitive Services resource named CS Account 1. You need to configure App1 to access CS Account 1. The solution must minimize administrative effort. What should you use to configure App1? Option A system-assigned managed identity and an X.509 certificate. Option B, the endpoint URI and an OAuth token. Option C, the endpoint URI and a shared access signature token. Option D, the endpoint URI and subscription key. The answer is option D. To configure App1 in a way that minimizes administrative effort, you should use the endpoint URI and a subscription key. This approach allows seamless and secure communication between your Azure App Service app and the Azure Cognitive Services resource with minimal setup. The endpoint URI specifies the service location, and the subscription key provides the necessary access credentials. Question 4. You are building a chatbot for a travel agent. The bot will ask users for a destination and must repeat the question until a valid input is received, or the user closes the conversation. Which type of dialogue should you use? Option A, prompt. Option B, input. Option C, adaptive. Option D, Q&A maker. The answer is option A. For a chatbot that needs to ask users for a destination and repeat the question until a valid input is received, or the user closes the conversation, a prompt dialogue is most suitable. Prompt dialogues are specifically designed to ask the user for input and can be configured to validate this input and reprompt the user if necessary. This ensures that the bot keeps asking the user for a valid destination until one is provided, or the user exits the conversation. Question 5. You have the following data sources: finance, on-premises, Microsoft SQL Server database; sales, Azure Cosmos DB using the core API; logs, Azure Table Storage; HR, Azure SQL database. You need to ensure that you can search all the data by using the Azure Cognitive Search REST API. What should you do? Option A, export the data in finance to Azure Data Lake Storage. Option B, configure multiple RED replicas for the data in sales. Option C, ingest the data in logs into Azure Data Explorer. Option D, migrate the data in HR to Azure Blob Storage. The answer is option A. To ensure that all the data can be searched using the Azure Cognitive Search REST API, it is necessary to have the data accessible within Azure-supported data sources. The on-premises Microsoft SQL Server Database for finance is not directly accessible. Therefore, exporting the data in finance to Azure Data Lake Storage is needed, as Azure Data Lake Storage is a supported data source for Azure Cognitive Search. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to check out our website where you can find more questions for this exam. The link will be in the description. Thank you for watching and good luck on your exams.